welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Ladies and gentlemen, mothers are the first teachers of children. Over 90% of the time, once a mother gives birth, then the doctor spanks that child on the bottom so that that child can breathe in his first breath of air. They tend to wrap a blanket around the baby and then give that baby to the mother. The father hardly ever gets it the first time. You see what happens when the baby is introduced to the mother and the mother holds the baby. That mother is teaching that child physical affection. For the first time in that little baby's life, it is experiencing physical love. And if a woman has a son, when that boy comes of age, the father would take that son and begin to roughhouse that kid, play with the kid, kind of rough, whatever, teach him how to ride a bike, play catch and all that good jazz, right? But the daughters tend to stay with the mother a lot more, trying to learn femininity from the mother. Now, what I want to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, is I personally believe, in my humble opinion, that the bad behaviors that we as men, we as a black community, the reason for these bad behaviors are a very big result of broken mothers, broken women. It is not, and I repeat, a result of feminism only. The feminist movement is not the foundation of why women are acting the way that they are acting. The pillars that hold up feminism, the foundation of feminism, in my most humble opinion, are broken mothers. Mothers who have mental health problems, mothers who are piss poor when it comes to taking care of their children. Now, in this reaction video, I'm going to play some clips out of Fair Use. And this is an educational video to teach you my point of view. And I'm going to show you how mothers have destroyed today's modern day black woman. Give me a time to pull it up right quick. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen.
I spent the majority of my life believing that my mom hated me. I do not wish on my worst enemy for them to be the daughter of a mother that despises them. Mothers who hate their daughters is prevalent, and I'm going to tell you a couple of reasons why she does not like her daughter. These are just my observations from my own personal experience. Your mom hates you because she wanted your dad. She didn't want you.
Boom. Think about how cold that sounded, but think about the reality of it. A mother hating her child, hating her daughter, because she really wanted the man who helped her conceive the child, but didn't want the child. It's not that she tried to get pregnant. It's the fact that she chose to keep the baby, to keep the man, as we call a keeper ninja baby. And you know what I'm trying to say here. Let's keep going.
Hates you because she wanted your dad. She didn't want you. I'm not saying she got pregnant on purpose, but she kept the baby on purpose. She kept you on purpose because she thought it was going to keep him. And when she realized that it wasn't going to keep him, you look like him. And yeah, that's one of the reasons.
You look like the man that rejected her, the man that hurt her ego, the man who turned her down. Women cannot handle rejection the way that men can. Men get rejected every week. Women tend to get more acceptance from the opposite sex than men do. So when a woman really loves a man or really wants a man, and that man rejects her or uses her body, she'll go crazy. She'll lose her mind. Let's keep going.
Why? Another reason your mom has beef with you, you get the attention she desires. Another reason, your heart is different than hers. She doesn't understand for you to be happy and to love the way that you do. You're not supposed to be happy and she's not. I think I'm going to do a part 2.
Now, I want you to pay attention to what she said, the second part. Some of the reasons why some of these mothers are not loving their daughters because their daughters are getting the attention that they wish they could get. In other words, a lot of these mothers are in competition with their daughters, as we already know. This is why they would dress like their daughters. They are not getting the type of attention they used to get when they was younger. It's over with. They done hit the wall. So you see them in the club talking about turn up and YOLO. You'll see them grinding on younger men. You see them doing everything that youngsters are doing because they are in competition with their daughters. The daughters have youth on their side, but the mother has middle age and old on their side. Now, let me show you an example of a mother that I think many of you have seen before, wherever you at watching this show. And I want to show you the behavior of the older woman, how she talks to her grown daughters. And you'll see, when you think about it, how many women today are acting like this because it's passed down as a generational curse from a broken mother to a broken daughter. This is why they don't want to function in relationships the right way, because their mothers are broken and traumatized and never did what they needed to do to get the help or therapy that they needed to heal. Let me show you this right now.
Over there at the house by yourself.
This is hard right here.
You better watch your motherfucking tone and who the fuck you talking to.
Mom, stop doing that.
No, it ain't no mom. Stop doing that shit.
Do you see what I'm saying? So far, I just started this clip. Do you see how loud she is? This older woman. She got to be about 50. I say mid 50s or something, maybe a little early, whatever. This woman, we all see this in the hood. We all see women like that. Older women like her, out of shape, yelling when they get mad or yelling all the time. You mother blank this. I've seen women who are not her age that are younger, young mothers cuss out little 10-year-old child. I've seen it. You sit your mother blanking down, blank, 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 blank. They get that from these women. They are modeling the behaviors of older women who come before them, who was broken, who are traumatized. So ladies, a lot of you, it is not your fault. A lot of it ain't the women's fault, because you're just a product of your environment. But yet, it's unfortunate that you got a trauma that you didn't ask for. But now that you are grown, it is your responsibility to deal with that trauma. You have to work on yourself. This is why you're not happy, because you are fulfilling the generational curses or the generational patterns of destruction that you have inherited from your broken mothers. Your mentally poor mental health having mothers. Let's keep going.
Mom, stop doing that.
No, it ain't no mom. Stop doing that shit. For real. You better shut the hell up.
Oh my God.
But that damn wig comes flying off your goddamn head.
Oh, why would she say that to her?
They think they can talk to me in the kind of way money they show not. I would like to see you try it.
Oh no. Jonay, run.
All of us have seen a woman like that who have children. And let me tell you right now, because a lot of you don't even know it because you were raised that way. That is not the proper behavior of a mother. Calling their children MFers, FU, kiss this, you some of them, that is not proper language that a mother should be telling her daughter or son at any time in their life. I don't care if they're a child, an adolescent, or a full-grown person. The mother is not supposed to do that. See, when you do that type of stuff, you make other women think it's okay. So therefore, women talk the way you do. That's why all these women are talking with gutter yuck mouths right now, because they seen their mommy do it, because they seen their granny do it. If you notice or not, that woman who cussed and that crazy like that, right there, I guarantee that her mother act the same way. Have you ever seen a mother act like that, and then you find out about that grandma, and you see that grandmama talk the same way, all vulgar and profane, just like the mama do? They passing these behaviors down from daughter to daughter to daughter, and each generation gets worse and worse and worse. So combative, so divisive. This is why men cannot get with these women, because of the bad programming that they have received from their mammy. Did you ever wonder, ladies and gentlemen, what makes a musty back heifer a musty back heifer? Well, let me tell you how it is for her. Before she becomes a musty back heifer, she must first become a musty back calf. And that musty back calf has to run around with a pack of musty back heifers. Now, what happened is the musty back calf learned the habits and the ways of the musty back heifer. And then when that musty back heifer come to you, It has already been programmed for destruction. I'm put another clip up there for you. I'm trying to find the right one for that. Got off track a little bit. I apologize for that. There it is.
I've heard from a lot of dudes. I'm like, did you talk to her mother, her aunties, her grandma? Man, I did. Her grandma used to tote a pistol, or her mom did this, and she used to cuss her daddy out. I said, well, that's.
Did you hear that? She's talking about men who are having problems with certain women, and then she asked those men, did you ever talk to their mother? And he said, oh yeah, they used to pack pistols, grandma packed pistols and stuff like that. Again, women teaching the younger generation to be fools, to cause problems, to not get along with anybody. Kevin Samuels talking about whole time about women need to be cooperative and all this other stuff, and he was right. But let me tell you something. There's a reason behind all that. A lot of time it's the women who are raising these daughters to not be cooperative. That's the reason why you're struggling with that. Because way back in the day, when mothers was actually in the house working as a housewife, rearing the children like that, the generation that would come out for them was nothing like the women we see today, because they didn't have those type of barbaric, savage behaviors. Now, when you deal with women today, they have self-entitlement. They're just rude. They're disrespectful. They act like savages, in my most humble opinion. So let's keep going.
Did you talk to her mother, her aunties, her grandma? Man, I did. Her grandma used to tote a pistol, or her mom did this, and she used to cuss her daddy out. I said, well,
Bingo. She used to cuss her daddy out, the girl's mother. And you wonder why, when you talk to your woman, she raises her voice at you. You wonder why she cusses you out. You wonder why she's disrespectful to you. Because she has been programmed by her broken mother. You don't wake up in the morning time and say, hey, I want to be a hell raiser. You learn these things. The question is, who is teaching you these things? It's the mother.
out. I said, well, that's who taught her how to be a woman.
Right.
That's who taught her how to relate. So unless she's done things to intentionally be different, or she's done some work, more than likely that's what you're gonna get, bro. So it's a lot.
In other words, you're gonna get your woman's mother living in your house. I'm not talking about a physical mother. I'm talking about when you get your woman and you see her mother and her mama is a hell raiser, that's exactly what you're gonna get to. Some of these women cannot pair bond, not just because they sleep with everybody. That is a big part of it. But they can't pair bond because they never seen their mother pair bond. They don't see mama be with all kinds of men, all kinds of dudes, and think that's how she's supposed to do it when it comes to her life. She don't seen her mama sleep with Pookie, Ray Ray, and Nook Nook. And because of that kind of puts an imprint on her. So now she's looking for a Pookie, Ray Ray, and Nook Nook. She don't want a good man because she never seen good men in her mother's life. Just being real.
A lot of times I feel like dudes are just being kind of lazy with not doing their research. Because she's beautiful and she's giving you all this attention. What if she's giving you all this attention because she has borderline personality disorder and she does not know how to be alone, and she has a fear of abandonment? So the minute you feel like you're going to walk away, she sits on top of you like she's a tight sweater all over you. And you're feeling good because you're like, man, this woman's giving me attention. She's doing all these things. And then boom, you find out when the other shoe drops that you have a problem on your hands. But a lot of dudes find out they have a problem on their hands when they already made her a mother. And so now you're stuck.
Yeah.
Don't be a dummy.
Yeah. Do your research.
And
Exactly. Ooh-wee, I got some more to put up there for you. But I'm just thinking about the situation that we're talking about right now this night. Let's put this lady up there.
Have you not noticed black moms are weird? They're saying, like, they really hate their daughters. Like, have you ever had your mom be like, I don't know who put you on a pedestal. Clearly not you. I do it myself. I mean, you tore me down every chance you motherfucking got, bitch. So now you want me not to feel confident in myself, not to love myself? Fuck you. And everything you stand for, bitch.
Now, I want you to notice how she acts, that lady right there. Obviously, there's some animosity between her and her mother. But think about that big, heavy-set woman I played on the second clip who was cussing all the daughters and everybody out. Didn't that young girl we just seen now sound like her? Because that behavior is taught. is passed down through neglect, through hatred, through competition between mother and daughter. The daughter ain't competing with her, be the mother competing with her. You know what I mean? It's sad, man. Like I say, this is the pillar. This is the true foundation of feminism. Feminism, in my personal opinion. Broken mother. Not done yet. I got some more to show you. You know how I get down.
Broken parents raise broken babies. They broke you because they were broken too, baby. And I'm sorry that they may not have done the work that they need to do for them to heal, but this part of the journey is on you. I need you to forgive them for not being who you wanted or needed them to be. I need you to release them from the unrealistic expectations that you put on them, because they may not have the capacity, ability, want, desire, or whatever to be what you need them to be.
I had to cut the music back up. But yeah. See, there are women out there that are alert to the fact that some of the biggest problems that's going on in the black community is a result of the mother. This is why you should not get pregnant before you get married. This is why young ladies should not be getting pregnant at 15, 16, 17 when you haven't even been, when you're not even mature yet. You shouldn't be getting pregnant at 15 and 16 when your mother herself is a broken woman and you're already learning broken things and you're a young child trying to balance and understand things and wonder why your mama is in competition, why your mama talk bad to you, why your mama rejects you, why every time you try to do something that you want to start out doing, she try to discourage you from doing the things that you're doing, and you handling all this stuff as a teenager, and then here comes a child that is in your womb. It's sad, man. It is sad. I ain't done yet. I got some more for you. Hold on.
I'm going to be honest with you. It's because broken mums are bringing up broken children, and that's the harsh, the ugly truth. Because if I'm broken, I haven't dealt with my trauma of whatever I've had in the past. Right. I meet you, you're a great guy, but guess what? Me and you are not getting along. But there's a child that comes now. I've now given birth to this child. Now I'm broken. My child's going to be broken. Because without me realizing, I'm saying certain things in front of this child. Right. Then my child's going to be witnessing all this. I'm now passing on that trauma to my child. That child now grows up.
That's correct. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Try to get you all the clips I can to justify everything I said to you.
Because I'm of the opinion that I think you can judge a society by the way the women act in that society. I think if you go to different nations around the world and you look at how the women act in that society, you will generally get to know how the society is. I feel like in the Western world, the way the women act in this Western world, you can kind of tell that society is degenerating, in my personal point of view.
Yes, that means society is being ran down because the women are being ran down by their mothers. That's my humble opinion, man. I ain't trying to disrespect nobody, but that's the truth. If women are getting to the point where they don't even want to be with men, they don't feel the need to be with a man, but at the same time they want a man, they are living in a lifestyle of confusion. They are having an inner battle with that. They battling with not wanting to be a man and being independent, and then wanting a man to be with them. You always gonna want to be with somebody. Nobody want to live alone, be alone, die alone. Nobody wants to do that. It got to the point right now where women hate men so much that they'll go to sleep with their own kind and try to make it work out with their own gender, and say the reason they're doing it because men are so terrible. But if you look at the numbers, all of the majority of the most domestic violence happens in that community, the LGBTQIA, and I'm not disrespecting that community, but it's the truth. Look at the numbers yourself. But they hide that. They keep that secret and still tell you that it's the men. I'm gonna tell you something. Some of those women will whoop your ass quicker, harder, and better than some of these men will. Just look it up. You'll see it for yourself. Let me go ahead and keep playing.
I really do believe that society is degenerating, and that's because, for me, children have to be raised, and they have to be raised by someone. So women are the first teachers of children.
So are the fathers?
No, the first teachers of children are women, because that's where the child is at mostly. It's mostly with the woman. So it's getting most of its teaching, most of it's nurturing from the woman. And if the woman is not right, then the child's not going to be right.
He said nothing but facts, didn't he? He said nothing but facts. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, as I fix the screen. Okay, and put this other clip up here for you. Trying to give you all this good information for the women that's watch my show too. I want you, because some of y'all may be dealing with this too, and it's time for you to address it. I'm gonna play this later right here.
Why narcissistic mothers hate their daughters? Now, at first glance, it may look like jealousy, and where that might be the case, some of the time, it's not always the case. The actress Jennifer Aniston said that her mother told her every single day that she was ugly with a big nose. She said that to Jennifer Aniston. And Mariah Carey's mother,
Mariah Carey,
and I'll quote, "You should only hope that one day you become half the singer that I am." She said that to Mariah Carey. Now, whatever you think about Mariah Carey, you can't...
Mariah Carey. She have a very strong accent with the woman here, but it's Mariah Carey, the singer.
say that she can't sing. So clearly these mothers are delusional. They don't see what we see and they don't hear what we hear. So what's going on? Well, what's actually going on is that these narcissistic mothers are threatened by their own daughters. They do not want their daughters to steal the limelight. And so what they want to do is snuff out any talent, any gift that they...
So basically, your own mother is hating on you. She wants to destroy all your dreams, all your hopes, anything that would make you outshine her as a child. Not when you're an adult. They'll still do when you get older, but as a child, when you are completely dependent on another grown person. This is where they try to destroy you. These broken mothers, these mothers who have poor mental health, these women who have many traumas that has never been resolved. I'm showing you receipts. I'm trying to make this one of the most informative videos I've made. I'm showing you women and men who are speaking on this. I'm showing you women who have said they are experiencing this. And this one here is a psychologist and also an author or something like that. And she's telling you about it.
They might have at an early age. They suffer with projection. So any anger or shit going on inside of them, any negativity, they are going to project it onto their daughters. So you have to feel what I feel. They may be suffering from narcissistic injury. And what I mean by that is that if the daughter happens to look like their father or have their father's mannerisms, that's going to really affect the mother. She's going to be reminded on a daily basis of her own hurt.
So her narcissistic injury, the way she handled that is hurting you. And in her sick mind, she believes she's hurting the man by hurting the daughter.
She's going to say, you're the reason why I'm stuck. You're the reason why I haven't traveled.
Exactly. A lot of women say, I would do this, but you here, I got to take care of your ass. I could be doing a whole lot of things right now. Like these women who want to go to the club, but mad because they can't go because they got a little baby. They got to find a babysitter because their baby is keeping them from having the time of their lives. Their children is keeping them from having a fun time. So I guess I just drop it off with with my mama, their grandmother. I guess that's why, so I can go out and have a good time. Man, I can't do nothing I want to do no more when I got these kids. My life done stopped now because I got these damn kids. Blaming the child for existing.
This child will get the blame for absolutely everything. But I want you to know that the only way out of this is no contact or minimal contact, because DNA is not an excuse to be treated like shit.
I agree. I got one more video. I'm going to warn y'all right now. Get your tissue ready. Because this is a very tragic story. I'm going to show you an example of everything I've said thus far of how women, today's modern women, in my most humble opinion, tend to hate their daughters, the future of this country. Let's get it.
Hey girl.
Hi.
It's your birthday?
Uh-huh.
Why you look weird? Hey birthday.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. And so this lady here, Lanija Eason, she's accused of killing her 6-year-old daughter. Her daughter name was Jalea Eason, and basically the cops were called. The most heartbreaking part about this case is the neighbors say that they could hear the little 6-year-old begging for her life at around 4 in the morning, and that's about the same time her mom called the police, and her lie to the police was she woke up to find her daughter unconscious in a closet in her bedroom. The police showed up. They say the house was filthy. It had feces, urine, all types of smells coming from it. There was insects, bugs, all types of stuff living inside the house besides the humans. It's just honestly heartbreaking that, you know, the neighbors, they did hear this little 6-year-old beg her mom to stop beating on her. And the neighbor below said that you can hear the thumps and thuds on the floor, and you can hear the little baby screaming stop at the top of her lungs. Like they were saying she was screaming at the top of her lungs. The mom was questioned at the station, and they did later release her. They only charged her with some child endangerment for the other 2 kids that were also inside the home. One is an older boy and a 3-year-old girl who was also in the home. The boy is, I believe, her son is 10. She did have multiple CPS cases filed against her on the eldest son in her past. I'm not sure where these kids' fathers are, but the society just failed them. You know, they were let down. The relatives failed them. They knew that this woman was an abuser. They knew she had a problem. Someone knew. These men that was laying down constantly having babies with her knew she was a problem, and they continued to have babies with her. And she say that she was the only person in the home, so it was only her and the kids there. For anybody trying to defend this woman, there's some sickos online trying to defend her, like, oh, well, wait till the evidence come out, you know, wait for her to be arrested for murder. Okay, when a child is filled up with bruises and they only live with their mother and she's the only other adult in the house, that's the only person that could have done this. And she herself is not saying that someone came in the home and beat this kid to death either. She's not saying that. So just stop it with the BS talking about, you know, it wasn't her. It was her. She did it. The cops know she did it, and they're just waiting for the coroner to release a statement saying that it was a homicide and not, you know, an accidental death of some sort. She did ask for an attorney. I'm not sure what the hell she told them to leave that station, but she was able to make it out of there. They did put her on an ankle monitor pending charges for, you know, once the coroner released the cause of death of the 6-year-old Jalea Eason. Her childhood friend said she is absolutely shocked, surprised that this has unfolded and that her friend did this. Her old friend did this.
Now, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. That's terrible, right? But I'm going to tell you something else from my own point of view. It ain't always about mental health. That was a sick act that she committed, right? But let me tell you, it wasn't mental health. Sometimes people say it's a mental health problem. Let me really break that shit down for you. What you just saw, most likely, was a result of her being raised or neglected. Being raised by a broken mother who's broken in her heart, broken in her mind. Just a bad, piss poor example of a mother. Mix that with neglect. When a woman is neglected like anybody else, you have doubts about yourself. Now imagine you growing up and you being neglected as a child. Then you reach adolescence. Then you become a young adult. You are still carrying all them hurts and confusion and neglect that you experienced at a very impressionable age. You go through the worst times of your life with a bad, toxic mother during your formative years of living. So you can't really love. You can't really attach yourself to your own children because you never had an example of a mother attaching themselves to you. So it's easier for you to abuse a child. It's easier for you to take their life. It's easier for you to be an ass. It's easier to run the drugs. It's easier for you to give your body up, your womb up to have sex because you're looking for an escape from all the pain and the hurt that you have dealt with all your mother blanking life. So it ain't always mental health. Sometimes it is behaviors, generational patterns, as you call generational curses that have been passed on to somebody else that can develop a mental health problem. It's a damn shame. It is a damn shame.